What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got a pretty cool little overview, review, if you will, of a pretty cool knife. And this one was sent to me courtesy of the pass around. Gareth HB is heavily involved in that. So is Pickled Steel. And so that's just like a little disclaimer, I guess. This was kind of a little bit sent to me by the manufacturer. I don't know. Kelly's Paracord also helps manage that pass around. Go check out her stuff. It's linked down below. Kelly's Paracord, get a lot of pretty cool stuff on Etsy, eBay. Contact her on Instagram. Go give her a sub on YouTube. Kelly's Mishmash, and also Pickled Steel. There's her website. Because if you can't cut shit with a cucumber. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. Thank you, all my viewers, channel members, and subscribers. There's one issue that I got with it right off the bat, right? All right. This is the Pickled Steel Blood Eagle. This is a prototype now, so bear that in mind when I'm sitting here complaining about this or that with it or whatever. But it is a pretty neat little knife. It really did surprise me getting it in hand. Pretty cool. Little budget knife. Pickled Steel, I believe, can't find out for sure, but I believe the OEM is Riot. These are South African design knives for the most part. And many people have told me, a couple of people very close to them have actually said that they are OEM by Riot. So that's what I'm going with. That's all the knowledge I have on that. Tip of the blade into the handle, you are looking at just over 7 inches, 7 1/8 to the end of that ring right there on this Karambit. It's the first Karambit I've reviewed, y'all, so take it easy on me. Overall blade length, you are looking at 2 5/8. I would call that 2 5/8. If you go all the way back to where it meets up with the handle, sharpened edge length, you're looking at right at 2 3/8. Get the calibers out here and do this like we review a normal knife, I guess. I mean, this is a normal folding knife. It's a Karambit. Thickest part of the spine, you are looking at 98 thousandths. Not too bad, not too bad. Full flat grind going on there. We'll go up here towards the belly, and it goes all the way down to 10 thousandths. That's pretty thin. Handle thickness, right under 1/2 inch. So there's your measurements there as far as the tape measure and the calibers. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. Get out some standards here. Tell you exactly how big or small this thing is. As the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and your Spyderco Para 3 up next to the Pickled Steel Blood Eagle. Pretty intense name, huh? All right. So you can tell right there. I mean, it's a Karambit, so it's kind of hard to judge. But it's I would say like a medium, not really a small, but more like a medium size pocket knife. And a couple of other familiars out here. Here is the Demco knives, 80-20.5, and there is your Microtech MSI right there. So the MSI is like huge compared to it, and the 80-20.5 is longer. It's hard to tell, right? So maybe yeah, 80-20.5 is still longer than it, and definitely some more cutting edge there on the 80-20.5. Let's get out. The only other Pickled Steel I have, as far as folding knives anyway, is the Typhon. I did a review on this last week, I believe. There is the Typhon, the premium Typhon. Another prototype up next. Well, not a prototype, but the premium one's not available now. Neither is the Karambit. They were before. They're sold out now. So that's the Pickled Steel Typhon up next to it. All right, let's see. Where is my scale at? Here it is. Got the old logo on the old scale. Getting time to retire this thing soon. Probably 3 ounces is what you got. Do it again. All right, 3 ounces on the weight on this bad boy. Put her down right there. I'll get out the old faded blue jeans. See what she's like in pocket. It does have a really large wire clip. Let's see. Where's a Spyderco that has a wire clip? Here's a comparable Spyderco that's got a wire clip. Man, that's a lot bigger than the little native wire clip anyway. Kind of a fat rounded wire clip. Works pretty good actually. I have not had an issue with it in pocket. Slips in and out pretty good. It's a wire clip. Some people love them, some people hate them. It's pretty functional, not the best aesthetically. So that's what you're looking at sticking out of your pocket. You got this ring right there, I guess, for a tactical advantage, whatever you want to call it. I don't know a whole hell of a lot about Karambits. I'm pretty sure they're more like tactical base oriented. Knives, I don't know. It does. I know when you're cutting with it regularly, if you're gripping it like this, it does kind of trap material in there. So that's a good thing right there. A lot of people are kind of shy away from karambits because they are uh, not extraordinary. I mean, you can sharpen a karambit, just a lot of people don't know how. I'm probably one of them. That's a T6 right there on the body screw, and T6 that body screw. Let's get out the T8, which is what I believe. Pretty sure this pivot's a T8. Yep, T8 on the pivot right there. It's not a single-sided captive pivot, so it is free spinning. Pretty sure it's free spinning. Let's double check that. Let's see. Is she spinning on this side? Yeah, that is a free spinning pivot. Kind of a bummer. Kind of need 2 bits to take that apart. One cool thing about this one, hardware, you know, which was a little bit better. But one thing that is cool is that this is the pouch it came in. Does include an extra ring, right, and gives you the tool to take it apart with, so you can put that on there instead. I think that's brass, if I'm not mistaken. Might be wrong on that. Double check. Yeah, so it's got to be aluminum or brass. It's not ferrous, so it doesn't stick to the magnet. So that's a pretty cool little fact about this one. All right. And I think that's it for specs. Yeah, we went through specs fairly quick for me anyway. All right, so this thing actuates pretty good. I wish it had a little bit stronger of a detent, because whenever you, like right there, it locked out solid, but again, right there, it did not, right? No other means of deployment, no thumb studs, no open hole. You can take your middle finger, if you reverse flick it and push up against the blade like that and flick it out. Your finger's not in the way there like mine was. That works pretty good. But yeah, that front flipper, you can actually do the reach around giggity is actually easier to do than the regular index, which is what I'm used to. Maybe that's why I'm having some issues with it. Definitely does not have a drop shut or fall shut kind of action. It's kind of just like right there till you move it. It's not grindy, it's not chunky, it's not gritty or anything like that. It just does not fall shut, doesn't really move, and that's definitely well clear of the detent, right? So there's a lot of knives, if you get them right there, they're shutting, right? So let's see. This is a totally different locking system. That's not a good example. Let's see. Liner lock. Where are my liner locks at? A liner lock knife. Go with a frame lock, maybe. This is the Spyderco Spy Motto, right? Spy Motto. So right there, you can pretty easily shake that shut. This one, you know, you're sitting right there. You are pretty much wherever you put that blade at, that's where it's staying at. I mean, you can shake it, give it a really hard shake like that, and it'll shake shut, but not like fall shut or anything like that. Not terribly bad, just an interesting little fact right there. You got a little jimping right there to do the reach over with your index finger, and that's pretty satisfying. Pretty neat little you know, reach over right there with your index. Pretty comfortable in hand, you know, and not the most comfortable thing in the world. You're definitely locked in with these ergonomic lines. You got the finger, and whatever that is, you know, I mean, it can't be a choke up spot, right? I mean, I don't think it is. If I take my pinky outside of the ring and put the meat of my finger right there, I'm dangerously close to that edge. So rather stay back here. But actually, whenever you're back here, it's not bad at all. It feels pretty comfortable in hand. Make sure you locked it out all the way, and not saying the lock's bad or it's going to fail or anything like that. It's just, if I don't do that reach over like that, if I kind of index it like I would a lot of front flippers, and I'm not snappy enough about it, it will not see, there you go. It has a tendency to not want to lock up. So that's only if you index it though. Reach over like that, no issues. That's pretty good right there. And again, if I carried this on a daily basis, I would probably reach into my pocket, pull it out, go to put my pinky in there, and probably end up doing that. But my fingers are going to be on there. So it's a little small. You know, that's one thing. It's a little crowded. D2 is not a bad steel. This is a $50 knife from my terrible math at conversions. Hopefully it's a $50 knife. That's what I think it is anyway. Pretty nice grind on the blade right there. It's kind of a hawkbill karambit type blade shape. You got that kind of swoop down there, again there, dips back up a little bit and goes all the way down. So if your thumb's right there, you got that harpoon, I would, maybe not a harpoon, but kind of a notch up there to kind of rest your thumb on, you know, pull draw material. If you take your pinky finger out of the ring right there and put it up all the way up here, or me anyway, my thumb rests quite easily right there. So I think they could have made, or maybe they will make, this is a prototype again, the Blood Eagle prototype, maybe some improvements as far as ergonomics goes. It'd be good to see like a larger version of this, I think. Not a bad design, not a bad knife at all. And for 50 bucks, D2's right there in the price range. You do get, I'm trying to get my old faded blue jeans out of you guys' pocket clip, man. For 50 bucks, you do get, you know, D2's not a bad steal for 50 bucks. And you get micarta, some really nice, I love the texture on that micarta. It is pretty cool. Feels pretty nice in hand. Steel liners on this, again, running on bearings and a liner lock. So that's it, y'all. I appreciate everybody watching. That's the Pickled Steel Blood Eagle. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe right down there in that kind of general area. I would really appreciate that if you want more of it. And until next time, whether it's morning, evening, noon, or night, y'all stay sharp.